Okie dokie artichoke. All right, we know everyone's excited about this. I don't know if we are. Okay, I'm just sticking this one out there as a feeler here. Let's see what's going on. I know I've done this in the past. Haven't done it in a hot minute. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna go ahead and show the dividend payments for the month of May. How about that? Something simple. Dividend payments we earned in this portfolio in the month of May. Obviously, $130,000 account here, right? This is big stuff. We earned some nice dividends. We got a decent focus on some companies that pay really good dividends. So, why not show you guys kind of what we're earning? We're all about the transparency here. You know it. You know we are. Obviously, because that doesn't go into necessarily what you see in terms of the capital gain, right? This is not going to show there necessarily, right? This is just going to show as really a separate secondary, it's just income that we earn, right? So that's something to consider. So what you will notice here, a couple different things. We're zoomed in a decent bit just so it's easier to see the numbers. So as you know, or might not know, I do reinvest every single dividend that I get, right? Because these are companies I like and I want to get more shares of the company. So because of that, I reinvest them. So, and I preface that by saying there is a line here where you see towards the middle of your screen, actually, this quantity one. The mouse is gone. There it is. The quantity section here, that one is going to be how many shares were repurchased with that, which again, I love looking at that. And you want to know why? Because that means the next dividend I get is going to be that much bigger. And that gets me quite excited. Quite excited. Let me just tell you, thank goodness there's no face camera. Or a camera maybe lower down. Because you catch my drift. Anyways, let's get cracking into this thing. I hope you're excited. And we're starting off with, that's right, the very first of the month. We had some dividend reinvestments actually from the first of the month, a good amount of them, as you see. Now, these, you might know these ETFs in particular. Some of these ETFs, as well as some of these companies, the ETFs themselves, these are ones that pay on a monthly basis, right? So, worth mentioning them. But the first one you see is a pretty big dollar amount here, right? $44.92 from Rhythm Capital. Now, this is a quarterly payer, but let me just tell you, $44.92. You want to know what that got me? This quarter, I got an additional 5.5 shares of Rhythm Capital just from owning the stock and getting paid this dividend. Now, it is one, again, I'm actually down on a position right now, so I'm plenty happy to reinvest these dividends and even lower the cost basis from there while I earn a nice income, right? Technically it goes right into it, but hey, there's potential for the stock to even go further up. And you know what it means? Like I said, that's 5 more shares for the next quarterly dividend that I'm going to have available to me, which means that next dividend payment is going to be even hotter. Even hotter, right? So we reinvested that there on the first. Following them, SPHD, one of those ETFs we had mentioned. Now that one was a reinvestment, $6.53. That does pay on a monthly basis, so I'm okay with that. It did equate to a 0.15 shares repurchase, so not a crazy amount, but again, that's one that I equate to that, or you equate that over a full year's period, and I'm fine with this, right? I mean, shoot, are you going to be upset? Really, at that point, it's, we're talking about gaining a solid, I mean, nearly 2 shares on an annual basis for this one. That's plenty fine with me. Um, yeah, I mean, that's plenty fine with me. I don't know what you want me to say. I mean, 2 shares a year I'm earning on this one without even doing anything, and the shares have been very consistent. That's plenty okay. Then we get into Gladstone Capital, a reinvestment of $7.63. Nothing too crazy on that one. I mean, that's all right. Did reinvest for 0.78 shares, so we will take that again. A quarterly payer, so not a big position of mine, so I'm plenty fine with that. Another one of these ETFs here, KBWD. Now this one paid me a solid $15.87, reinvested for 1.0774 shares. 1.07 shares. Now this one, yet again, one that does pay on a monthly basis. You're telling me on an annual basis I'm getting 12 shares of this stock? 12 shares of this ETF? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you because it reinvested right for another share there. Now, KBWY, the similar, but this one's focused on REITs, that one paid me $11.43. Now, that one higher share price. So actually, only equated to 0.66 shares that were repurchased there. And I say only, but again, we're talking about monthly payers. This is plenty fine here. I'm okay with that. You know, again, on an annualized basis, this is a large amount. We're talking 10 shares that I can earn here, because each increased share count I get means every month's dividend is even that much higher. That's what I'm talking about, folks. It's the compounding piece of it that a lot of people don't look at, but this is compounding. This is what I'm talking about. We reinvest for more shares, our dividends get bigger and bigger, the company increases dividend payments, the payments get even bigger, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, next we do have a couple other ETFs here, both XYLD and QYLD. XYLD, that S&P 500 covered call ETF, that one paid me $6.34. Now that equated to, as you can see, it is a monthly payer, equated to 0.15 shares. Again, nothing massive here, but this is a monthly payer, like I mentioned. Yet again, around 2 shares on an annual basis I can get just for owning the stock. And it's got a pretty nice yield, there's no doubt about it. Now for QYLD, my larger of the two holdings, that $8.20 did equate to 0.47 shares. So again, every 2 months with this one, because they pay monthly as well, I'm getting 1 share. I'm plenty fine with that. That's plenty nice. I enjoy getting more shares. I really do. And what a shocker, we got a couple more monthly ETF payers here. We've got JEPQ, the newer version of JEPI, as you might know, but this one's focused on the Nasdaq. You might be familiar. I don't know if you are, or if you're not, but I know I sure am. But anyways, JEPQ, newer fund here, so it's not necessarily a massive position for me. Still a monthly payer, and this paid me $10.61. Now that equated to 0.23 shares repurchased. I'm happy with that. Very happy with that. Again, every 4 months, boom, that's an extra share. JEPI, larger position for me. You can see that in the dividend amount because they pay a relatively similar dividend. Relatively. Differs a little bit, but it's close again. But I do have about twice the position in JEPI that I do JEPQ. Now this one was $19.77. Got reinvested for 0.36 shares. Obviously a higher share price here. Sounds good to me, right? I'm going to enjoy that 1977. Lowe's, smaller dividend. Again, I only have 2 shares of Lowe's, so nothing crazy. $2.11 only equated to 0.01 shares, so that's all right. More in this one. I like the dividend. More in it for the capital appreciation anyways. 515 here. You can see there's a lot of great ones here too. A lot of these pay on a monthly basis. Some of these don't. They pay quarterly. But 515 is a nice day, right? We see first Main Street Capital, a dividend here of $10.69. That's pretty solid. Let's scroll down just a smidge so we can see those reinvestments, which I, pretty happy for there. Right before that, we do have an interest payment from SWVXX, our Schwab Value Money Fund. That one overall for the month, I got $16.99 of interest. Plenty fine there. Again, that one's about a 4.6% yielder right now, 4.8 actually, closer to that right now. So I will take that. That one pays on a monthly basis on the 15th as well, so we'd like to see it. Now, as far as the stock that we got paid out on, first one it's going to show here is going to be AbbVie, pharmaceutical company. Does pay a hefty dividend, right? And we'll take this one too. 15.08 dollars on this one, equated to 0.10 shares repurchased. Pays quarterly, no worries there. Apple Hospitality, a PLE, different from the other Apple, pays monthly. 8 cents monthly actually. I got $9.09 off of this one, which equated to 0.60 shares. I'm very happy with that too. Again, like we mentioned there, that's a compounder right there if I've ever seen one. Main Street Capital paid that $10.69 as we love. It's okay actually. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan there, but anyways, Main Street Capital, that is a monthly payer as well. Got me a 0.269 shares. Nice, we'll take that on a monthly basis all day. Next one, a pretty big one from OHI, one that does pay on a quarterly basis, $59.31. That repurchased 2.01 shares on that one. I love to see that one. It means the next dividend next quarter going to be even juicier. Then finally, our other monthly payer here, Realty Income, or symbol O, paid $13.18 or 0.21 shares reinvested. We will take that. Love to see it. Moving a little further on to 519, we start with the other Apple. Did pay a dividend of $12.09. Again, massive share price, so it only reinvested 0.06. I'm really in this one for the capital appreciation anyways, but the dividend is just a nice bonus I get. Then we get New York Community Bank Corp. Paid me $8.01. This one pays quarterly. Not a massive position for me either, so it did equate to 0.72 shares repurchased. I'll take that for sure. Prospect Capital, another monthly payer. That one paid $17.57. Now this one pays 6 cents per share every single month. So this equated to 2.75 shares repurchased. You're telling me with this dividend I'm earning every single month 2.75 shares? That's right. That's what I'm telling you. And I love to see it. Every dividend is getting bigger and bigger with this one as we grow the position. And from a share price standpoint, I'm fine with where it's at right now. So I'm very happy to reinvest those. Then we have Costco. Only a few shares of Costco here, so only equated to $3.08 in terms of the dividend, which is fine. So it only bought 0.006 shares because of the massive share price. Again, that's plenty fine with me. I'll enjoy any dividend I can get from them. And then, next one here actually was a special dividend that we did receive. So Hercules Capital, we'll get into them. I got a normal dividend from Hercules Capital of $42.09 monthly. Yeah, I think that one's actually a quarterly one. I lied to you. Anyways, I got 3.07 shares repurchased off that $42. They also offered a supplemental dividend, which equated to $8.63. Now that one obviously just went into the cash balance. Plenty fine with that. I reinvested the $42 for those 3 shares. Just means bigger and bigger dividends, baby. Welltower also paid $6.25 to me, equated to 0.08 shares repurchased. Smaller position, nothing too crazy. Then here we get some of these fat dividend payments. As you might notice, let me go next and see if it shows the reinvestment of these, and it does. Let's go. So I think we can skip on to that next page and go into the reinvestments because nothing shows here. Yeah, that's plenty fine. Transaction total $13.56. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, that one's incorrect. Let me just tell you. Anyways, so then we get into the reinvestments yet again here. So starting 5:30 and to end the month, we ended it off pretty strong. $3.77 from Charles Schwab. Nothing crazy. 0.07 shares there. Repurchased. Citigroup, $9.32 in terms of payments. That one there going to be equivalent of 0.2096 in overall shares purchased. Then we get back to KBWD yet again. That Invesco fund, $16.87. Like I said, you can see the difference there. $16.87. Let's look at the start of the month one. $15.87. So again, we're talking about an increase of really $1 in terms of that dividend payment because we're reinvesting those shares. Love to see it. And obviously the overall they were paying a little bit more this month is worth noting by a couple cents, but still. Yet again, we purchased that for 1.17 shares. So another big repurchase there. Then KBWY, $11.70. I repurchased that for 0.6999. That's a number, baby. So repurchased more shares there. SPHD, $6.67. So that equated to 0.169 shares. That's fine. $5.39. Going to be paid out for Starbucks here. So Starbucks reinvested. We reinvested that one for a solid 0.05. Nothing crazy there. Then we got a fat dividend payment, which we will kind of include in that in this month. It's worth mentioning there. So that's going to be $81.99 from the Ohio State University. No, the Arbor Realty Trust. That's a quarterly payer. That's going to get reinvested for a lot of shares. Let me tell you right now. Um, yeah, I'm excited for that one. It's going to get reinvested here tomorrow, actually. So I'm really excited to see what that does equate to. It's going to be a good amount. Gladstone Capital, $7.70 there. Pretty nice. $5.12 from XYLD. Another monthly payer, as you know. QYLD, $8.39. We are excited about that too. No doubt about that. And then to kind of wrap us up here, we had Walmart. That's obviously a quarterly dividend payment there of $36.62. Really big position that I own. Now, the good thing is I'm earning 1 share a year on Walmart. It's a big share price, so I'm fine with that. So I'm earning that amount, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. So $36 from that payment alone, and then 97 cents from this Wisdom Tree dividend ETF, small cap dividend ETF. Nothing crazy there. Now we are going to go into the totals here really quickly. I am tallying everything up here, and I should have done this beforehand. Don't tell me. I already know this. Okay, 377. Okay, we're tallying it up here because you want to know what our total dividends were for the month, because it was a nice month for us. Now, I wish I could have just done this here a little earlier, but that's okay. Some of us are a little stupid, and that's me. I'm the one that's stupid. And yes, you heard that right. I'll call myself out for being a dumbo, and that's what I am. So, $9.32. I'm getting there, folks. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. 863. 42. Man, these are some nice payments. Just looking back at it, you look at it and you're excited. $6.25. 3.08. Oh yeah, that's right. We're getting there. Wow, this is a hefty month, let me tell you. I'm excited about this one. 1757, 801, 1209. Oh my gosh, it keeps going up. Why did I not do it beforehand? Well, that's just a great question that you have every right to ask. It's because maybe I didn't think about it. Then I was like, well, maybe I should probably have a total here at the end for people to have an idea of what I made. So that's why we do it on the fly here for you. Could pull up the calculator for you to look at it, but instead you can just sit back and appreciate the math that's going into this. Um, Wow, that $59.31 are delicious. Just delicious. Um, just delicious looking back at some of these divvies, baby. 0.11, okay. 1061. I think that's all of them. That is um that is everything we have earned here. So, I know you want to know the total. Guess what it is, baby? Uh $463 and 60 cents. 463.60 earned this month alone in this account. Freak, yeah, we had a lot of big dividend payments, so I know that's exciting for you. That's amazing. $463. That's fantastic. I hope you had a good time with this one, and I'll see you next time.